Hi, I'm Sabrina with Bina Crochets and welcome back to my channel. Last week we were talking about everything that I made during the week. We talked about what my plans were. We got to see the shrug that I made and the shell that I made, tested out some new yarn. And I remember mentioning something about this week being an Amigurumi week. I wasn't lying. So the day after I stopped recording for last week, I got an order in the mail from Premier. I ordered 4 of the Premier Basics collab with Mama Made Minis. I got 1 in the color Cedar, 2 in Cypress, and 1 in Zest. I still have a little bit of Cypress left over. I have some Zest left over. Obviously, you saw that I have Cedar left over. Well, I really wanted to test this yarn out, so I'm going to show you what I made. We made another dragon. He turned out so much better than the last one. I love him. His name is actually Cedar, and I didn't do any of the, lines over his eyes. But we also got some more yarn in that package. So let me pull up the pattern, and I'll show you what it is. Alright, so the other yarn that came in the package was Little Bunny, and I got 5 skeins, because if anybody remembers the cuddly Nessie monster pattern that came out a couple years ago. It's by Moon Tayasha. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but it's a very cute pattern. She said that you could use 4 to 5 skeins of any soft yarn that you want, and she name dropped Premier's Little Bunny. So I decided to get that. But then she also said that you need 6 colors for the horns and the tail. I decided to just go with 1, and I got Parfait Chunky in the color Acorn, because I just think pistachio and acorn, I think they go really well together. So that is what we are going to start this vlog out by making. We are going to crochet a cute little Nessie monster, and hope that it goes the way that I want it to go. If it doesn't, we're going to be frogging a lot, but it's okay. I'm excited. Let's get started. We have started Nessie. I am 2 rounds in. It is very hard to see my stitches, but I have faith. So I'm just going to continue. I will update you every couple rounds. I made it to round 10. After having to do it in acrylic first, I made it to round 10. This is round 10. We're moving on to 11 through 16. We have officially made it to row 20. I don't exactly know when I'm supposed to start stuffing this thing because it doesn't necessarily say. But I'm working this one and this mini one at the same time to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Time for another 10 more rounds. We have done the head and the neck so far. And now I think we are moving on to the body. It looks very bare, but we're getting somewhere. All right, it's the next day. The hair is going crazy today, but we are getting back into it. I'm starting row 46. We are working the body now, and I'm officially almost done my first skein, so I have to pull out the other one, and I'm going to work probably this whole next page, and then I'll come back and show you how it's going. I've had some issues here and there, but nothing too crazy. We just finished row 55. It's looking very, interesting. But it's okay. I think I don't know. I have 10 rows of single crochet that I have to do. So I'm going to do that and I will come back. Alright, I am back. I am on row 68. We're getting somewhere. I'm waiting to start stuffing this, but I did just run out of my second skein of yarn. I'm about 4.5 rows ahead of when she's running out of her yarn. So I'm hoping the 5 skeins will work. I'm going to finish this up and then we start decreasing the body, which I'm so happy about. All right, we have completed round 80. This is going to be giant, but it's okay. We completed round 80, and now I'm going to continue. The body is decreasing, even though it looks wonky. It's decreasing, which means hopefully we're getting to the tail here soon. I'm still on my 3rd skein of yarn, but we'll see how this goes. We have finished row 87. I still can't tell what is the back, like what's the belly and what's the, not the belly, but I'm thinking this would be the belly. Maybe it's this way? I don't know. But we start the tail. That is what we are starting now, the tail. Alright, it's been a couple days since the last time I saw you because I've been sick for the last 2 days, so I've been giving myself some bit of a break from filming. I haven't worked on Nessie either, so he's still sitting where he was sitting. But our premiere order came in, and good lord, this box is huge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it, show you everything that I bought that was actually like part of my order, and then I will show you what's inside the mystery box that they sent me. I'm very excited, but I'm kind of nervous because there's a smaller box inside of this box. So, let's get to it. Alright, so we ordered 4 of the Reply DK in the shade red, and I'm going to be making a sweater with that. I ordered 1 of the stash goals in purple, a 3-pack of the chunky fruits in the banana colorway. It's really pretty. A 3-pack of chunky fruits in the blueberry colorway. A 3-pack of chunky fruits in the kiwi colorway, and I'm super excited about these because that means Cider, the apple dragon, is going to be getting a friend. And then I also ordered 2 more stash goals, 1 in cream and 1 in lavender. So that is everything that was part of the regular order. Now let's open the mystery box that's inside. So I had an idea. I am going to pull the Premiere website up. Any single yarn that we get in the mystery box, I am going to pull it up on the computer, see how much it costs, and then total it all out, because the box itself costs $25. The mystery box itself is $25. I want to see how much the yarn would cost if you buy it without the mystery box. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. We're going to start with the Karma. This is the Karma Ombre. This is Mineral Yellow, and we also got Novell Peach. Alright, so I pulled it up on the computer. They are on sale 20% off right now for $3.99, but they're normally $4.99. The next thing we got in our box is Premier Cotton Sprout Stripes. 1 in cornflower, 3 in purple. They normally retail for $8.99 a piece, but they're on sale for $7.19 right now. The next one we got is the Parfait Chunky Glitz in Sage. These are normally $5.99, but they are currently on sale for $4.79, and they are a website exclusive. We got 1 skein of Bloom Chunky. These are normally $4.99 by themselves, and they are not on sale, but I will say it is super soft, and I really like this. Next, we have Bamboo Fair in the color Alabaster. Oh, I forgot to say, this was the colorway Chrysanthemum. But Bamboo Fair is normally $4.99 as well, but it's on sale for $3.99. Alright, and the last yarn that we're going to talk about, we have 3 more skeins, is the Premier Canyon Colors in the colorway Antique. This by itself is $4.99. The Premier Basics Chenille in Tie-Dye. It is in the colorway Daisy Chain. This is $3.99 by itself. And the Anti-Pilling Select in the colorway Pearl. This is $6.49 by itself. They also sent me a little pack of 24 stitch markers, which is helpful because I constantly lose mine. But totaled all together, all 12 skeins of yarn, is $77.38. That's amazing considering this box only costs $25. I really like it. It's going to give me an option to try out some of the yarns that I've been eyeing up and see what I can do with them. But also, if I like them, I'll be able to find a project. I might have to order some more, especially the Karma, because I was eyeing up the Karma. But I'm excited. That was amazing. But I think I just got a notification that another package is here. So our Lion Brand order did come in. I got 6 skeins of the same yarn, just in different colors. 3 Feels Like Bliss in white, 1 in Sand Dollar, 1 in Peach, and 1 in Cocoa. I will be using these 3 to make a fox, which I think before I jump back into working on Nessie, I'm going to make the fox, or maybe I'll work on a little bit of Nessie and then do the fox. Because as of right now, Nessie's body is done. I'm working on the fins, and then I'll sew the fins on. And then I have the little horns, and then the tail, and then all the added extra details on the body that I haven't figured out yet. But I haven't figured out what we're going to work on yet. I might do the fox, because it's small. It shouldn't take too long. So I decided on the fox. Now the pattern we are using is the Faux Fur Fox by Sweet Softies. I am very excited. She says to use an 8mm hook, but I'm going to use a 4.5 because the yarn that she's using is a weight 6 and I'm using a 5. And it's not as fluffy as hers, but it's still fluffy and soft. So, I think we're going to do that. I have to get my safety eyes and my safety noses out of my box. But let's jump into it. We have officially started. We are starting with the head. It starts from the nose and then works back. So we are starting with Sand Dollar. I am about to start round 4. Okay, so I just finished round 6 and I'm realizing this is going to be a lot smaller than I want it to be. Because I only have 4 rounds left to build up the front of the face, and then 4 more after that, and then I'm done. So I guess what I'm going to try and do is work rounds 7 through 10 and then decide if I want to go up in hook size or not. We have made it to round 10. I ended up going up to a 5.5 instead of just a 5. I have my little stitch marker for where the eyeballs are supposed to go, and the nose is supposed to go directly in the center. So I am going to do that and then continue working. I got the nose secured. I think I like the eyeball placement right there. And I think I like how big the eyes actually are. So I'm going to see if my 12 to 14 millimeter backings will fit. If not, I'm going to have to use my last two 18 to 22 millimeter. All right, we have the head finished, and honestly, I'm loving where I put the eyes. She said to put them on the sides, but I like where I put them. They're cute, even like the head fits in the palm of my hand. We are going to move on to, I think, the body next. Nope, we are starting with the ears. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Put the little head to the side and work on the ears. All right, we got the ears done. They are super small. They fit on my thumbs. That one's crooked. I have the ears done. Now it's time to start the arms, because we're doing all the parts and then we sew it all together. All right, so we have the arms done. I can only find one arm right now. We got the legs done, and we also got the tail done. So now all I have to do is make the body, and then I think sew them all together. All right, so I got the body finished. I am going to sew all of the parts together off camera, and then I will show you what it looks like. He's done. He kind of looks like a bear, or like a red panda, but he's done, all sewn together. Do I think that this yarn was the right project for this? Absolutely not. I definitely think I should have gone with the faux fur, but that's one Ami project of the week done. He's probably going to haunt me for the rest of the week, so I might just give him to Stefan, because Stefan will appreciate the fox. I think now we are going to work on Nessie's fins. Hi friends, we have all 4 fins done for Nessie. And I got one of the ears done, but I ran out of yarn right before the end of the last ear. So I think I'm just gonna say screw it on the ears and not do ears and just set these pieces aside. I don't think my Nessie needs ears. Why would Nessie need ears? Nessie's a sea animal. Not all sea animals need ears, right? Now it's time to start the horns. Now she does this rainbow look. I'm just going to use brown. So I'm going to do brown. I think I have to make 18. So I'm going to make those and then I'll be back. Okay, so I did make one of the little horns, but I have to make 17 more and that's going to take me a while. So I decided to start on the little tail detail thing, and I was originally going to do like a maple leaf pattern or like a leaf pattern for the tail to go along with, you know, the green and the brown, but I think I'm just gonna stick to cutting them out and then sewing them on. I'm going to do the tail the way she says to do the tail in the pattern instead. She does a bunch of color changes. I'm just doing straight brown. That's it, just brown. But this is row 1. I will see you when I get further to the end. Okay, so I got all of the little horns done, all 18 of them. And in her pattern, she has like linked YouTube videos to show you how she sews certain things on. So I just tried to look one up with the link and everything else, and the videos are not available anymore. So I am by myself on this one, along with, I guess, the pictures that she puts in here, but I have to figure out how to attach this to the tail the right way. I frogged the ears, so I have extra green yarn to sew things on with, just in case. But, alright, I will figure out how to do this, and hopefully it does not look atrocious. Alright, so I've sewn this together, made the little tail thing. I'm going to sew it to the tail, and I finally figured out the top of my Nessie and the bottom of my Nessie. So, I'm going to sew the tail on, then I think I'm going to sew the fins on, and then I'll do the horns, and then the extra little details afterwards. Okay, so to figure out the placement that I wanted to do for the fins, I decided to go ahead and attach all of my lovely horns. I think that's okay placement. I might have to move some things around, but I'm also hoping that these are like directly down the center. They look like they're directly down the center. It has been 2 days since I last filmed, so I've officially been filming for a week. But I just finished Nessie last night. So grand reveal time. Ta-da! His little leaves, and then this side is different. Ta-da! This is the biggest project I have ever made besides a blanket. And yeah, his tail. But he's huge, he's cute, he's adorable, and I love him. He's cute, and I really like him. And then we also made the fox. And I think we need to make one more thing in this vlog just because I said it's going to be a week full of amigurumi, and I've literally made 2 things. We are going to be using these stash goals that I got in my last premiere order for this dragon. White's going to be the body. Alright, we started the head. We got this far, now it's time to place the eyes, and I want to show you what color we're using for the eyes. So, I went with this purple, and I know you can't really see it. Oh, wait. Yeah. I went with purple because it's a purple dragon, and I just wanted to put purple eyes in. So, I'm going to put the eyes in, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. We have a head. We are going to move on to her body, and then I think I'm going to figure out what color I want the wings to be and what color I want the horns to be. Finishing the last ear right now, and I think I only have, yeah, I technically only have one more row. Round? It's a round, not a row. I technically only have one more round after this, and then we can decide, well, we have the body next, and then after the body is when we can sit here and decide which purple we want to be for like the horns and which purple we want to be for like the wings. And yeah, so I'm trying to think. I don't know exactly which one I want to use yet. I don't know if I want to use lavender or if I want to use the actual like purple. Alright, so we have made it to round 19 of the tail body portion. This marker down here is to mark where the frills are going to go around the outside here. And now we start coming out for the body. And then we only have Okay, we have a decent amount. We almost have 20 more rounds. But this is what we have so far. So we're going to continue working on this. Once we get this done, we'll, I guess, figure out what we're doing around the outside. All right, we have finished the body increases. Now we start the body decreases. So once I get those done, I will show you those. All right, so we have finished the body, officially finished the body. I still have my stitch marker on this side. And now we're going to add the tail frill. Maybe, or we're going to do the feet and the arms first. I don't know yet. I will figure it out. I think we're going to do the dark purple for the frill and the wings, and the light purple for the toenails and the horns. I feel like that's a good option. Just because the eyes are like dark purple. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, I like that. Okay, time to start on the next body part. All right, so I got the horns done. Just finished the first arm. I'm going to do the second arm and then both feet. After that, we make the wings, and then I'll add the tail frill, and then we sew it all together. I'm excited. Gonna make my second arm. I think going with the light purple was a good idea though. Yeah, I like that. All right, we have officially finished both arms and both feet. I'm done with the white, and this is how much I have left. Now we're moving on to the dark purple, and then we'll be done. All we have to do is sew everything together after that. So I'm excited. Let's finish up and get to sewing. And we have finished our wings. We did the tail frill, and now it's time to sew it all together. We start by sewing the head onto the body, so that's what I'm going to do first. The body is officially sewn on. Now we do the arms and the feet. Alright, the arms are done. Now it's time to add the little feet. Arms sit directly under the head, and the feet are like directly under the arms. I also did some face shaping, but I don't want to put the lines because I don't want her to look sad. Alrighty, I have the feet sewn on. She's looking adorable. She's looking cute. Look at her. I'm going to do the horns, then the ears, and the wings. I like this yarn, especially the white. I don't know what it is, but it feels nice. And I don't know. I really like it. It's nice. Horns and ears are done. Now all we have to do is attach the wings. Alright, it's official. We have finished our purple and white dragon. I'm going to name her Lavender. I like that name for her. She's a very pretty girl. She's adorable. And she is going to be where we end this vlog. Just a little roundup. We made her, Nessie, our little fox, and we made Cedar right before I started filming. So technically Cedar's part of the Amigurumi vlog week. I didn't get too many projects done, but we did spend most of our week working on Nessie. So, outside of that, I want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend, whenever you watch this. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from me. That's all. Bye.